Imagine a story so grand, so ambitious, that it spans thousands of years, shaping the rise and fall of entire civilizations. A story about the future of humanity, the power of knowledge, and the battle against fate itself. This is the Foundation Trilogy, written by the legendary Isaac Asimov, a man whose mind shaped modern science fiction as we know it. Born in 1920, Asimov was a biochemist by training, but it was his writing that changed the world. He wasn't just a sci-fi writer, he was a visionary. He gave us the 3 laws of robotics, he expanded on the mystery genre in sci-fi, and most importantly, he created the Foundation series, one of the most influential works in the history of science fiction. Now, let's dive into the story. What is Foundation all about? Well, it begins not with heroes or wars, but with a mathematician and a bold plan to save the future. The story is set far in the future, in a galaxy ruled by the mighty Galactic Empire. For 200 years, it has been the center of civilization, governing millions of worlds. But beneath its surface, the Empire is rotting, corrupt, bloated, and on the verge of collapse. Enter Hari Seldon, a genius mathematician who has developed psychohistory, a revolutionary science that can predict the future of large populations. And the future? It's grim. Seldon's calculations show that within 300 years the Empire will fall, leading to 300 years of darkness, war, and suffering. But Seldon has a plan. He can't stop the fall of the Empire, but he can shorten the Dark Age, from 300 years down to just 1,000. His idea? The Foundation. Seldon convinces the Imperial government to let him create a colony on a remote planet called Terminus at the edge of the galaxy. The official reason? To compile all human knowledge into the Encyclopedia Galactica, a grand project to preserve civilization's achievements. But in reality, the Encyclopedia Galactica is just a cover. Seldon's real plan is much deeper. He knows that a small, strategically guided civilization can eventually become the foundation for a new galactic empire. As the empire weakens, neighboring warlords, former imperial governors, start eyeing Terminus. The Foundation is weak, with no military power. But then, something incredible happens. The Seldon Vault, a chamber left behind by Hari Seldon, opens. His pre-recorded hologram appears and delivers a message. By now, you've realized that the encyclopedia was never the true purpose of the Foundation. Your survival depends not on military strength but on superior knowledge. Use it, and that's exactly what they do. The Foundation uses its scientific advancements to become indispensable to its neighbors. They provide nuclear power, medicine, and technology, but with a catch. They create a scientific religion, where only Foundation priests can operate this technology. The warlords, believing it to be divine, submit to the Foundation's influence. Through brains instead of brute force, the Foundation conquers without fighting. Seldon's plan is working. Now, let's fast forward a few decades. The Foundation isn't just surviving, it's thriving. It has expanded across multiple star systems, controlling vast regions of space through its economic and technological dominance. But there's a problem. The Galactic Empire still exists, and even though it's crumbling, it's not gone yet. A powerful Imperial general, Bel Rios, decides that the Foundation has become too powerful. He launches a full-scale invasion. This should be the end of the Foundation. After all, how can a tiny colony fight an empire? But there's one thing Bel Rios doesn't know. He's fighting history itself. Psychohistory predicted that the Empire, in its dying years, would be too corrupt to sustain a war effort. And just like that, Rios's war ends not in battle, but in betrayal. Imperial politics intervene and Rios is recalled to the capital and executed. The Empire collapses a little more, and the Foundation gains even more power. But then, something unexpected happens. Psychohistory is designed to predict large-scale social movements. But what about individuals? What if just one person was powerful enough to disrupt history? Meet the Mule. The Mule is a mutant with an ability no one saw coming. He can control emotions. With just his mind, he can turn enemies into allies, and his charisma is unstoppable. He builds a vast army and in record time conquers the Foundation. This wasn't supposed to happen. Seldon's plan never accounted for a single, unpredictable variable. The Foundation is doomed. But Selden had a backup plan. Before his death, he created a second foundation, a hidden organization made up of the galaxy's best minds, trained in mental sciences. Their mission? To secretly guide the course of history. The mule, knowing they exist, starts hunting for them. He fears them, because while he can control emotions, the second foundation can control thoughts. The mule's search is relentless, but he never finds them. Instead, they find him. Using their advanced mental abilities, they reverse his influence, weakening him and restoring balance to Selden's plan. The mule, once the most powerful being in the galaxy, dies in obscurity. With the threat neutralized, the second foundation erases all knowledge of its existence and goes back into hiding, waiting for the next moment when history needs a push. The Foundation Trilogy is more than just a sci-fi series. It's a blueprint for thinking about the future. It asks, can history be predicted? Is knowledge more powerful than war? Can individuals change the course of destiny? This series influenced countless sci-fi stories, from Star Wars to Dune to The Expanse. It's often called the greatest science fiction series of all time. And today, it's still alive. Apple TV Plus released a Foundation TV series in 2021, reimagining Asimov's vision for a new generation. So, if you haven't read Foundation yet, what are you waiting for? The future is waiting.